This is Chad Stoller at the IPG Media Lab, and we're here in Las Vegas to bring you a remote series of The Trigger from CES. The lab will be covering all the action at this year's show, bringing you exclusive interviews, floor demos, and the latest announcements from the press conferences. Here's a quick rundown on some of the things we expect to see this year. CES has always been about TV innovation, and this year will be no different. 4K resolutions will likely be the crown jewel for 2013. In particular, Samsung and Sony are expected to unveil new 4K models that will boast 4 times the resolution of today's standard high definition. But these new TVs call for new content, which will likely be scarce in the early going, creating a similar chicken and egg scenario that stalled the early days of HD. CES is not just reserved for the tech giants, as we expect to see some Kickstarter darlings like the Pebble Watch and maybe even the Ouya game console making their way to the big show. Some Kickstarter projects have had some operational hiccups in the past, delaying their launch, but a few key wins at CES will prove the platform's value in driving innovation, while also gaining mainstream exposure for some of these independent companies. In mobile, we anticipate a host of low-cost 7-inch tablets to ride the wave established by Amazon, Google, and Apple. On the high end, we should see some new multi-core tablet offerings, both running Android as well as Windows 8. In phone news, we expect to see some bigger screens, higher resolutions, and maybe a sneak peek of some new alternative operating systems, likely from Firefox and Ubuntu. But expect most of the major news in mobile to come from next month's Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. Beyond hardware, mobile will also have serious integration in the home, controlling everything from lighting to security systems and kitchen appliances. Health and fitness innovation is also poised for major growth. We've seen wearable devices like the Nike Fuel Band and Fitbit take off, and we anticipate more companies will get in the mix at this year's show. Actually, over 220 companies to be exact, including Body Media, which can track calorie burn through a disposable, wearable patch. From glucose levels to REM sleep, the amount of trackable data seems endless, and marketers can certainly benefit from reaching health enthusiasts on these platforms. The last category we expect to shine is automotive. Ford has set the pace for the new connected car, and we should see competitors jostling to keep up. There's been talk of 4G-equipped cars, tons of in-vehicle apps, and even some APIs that lay the groundwork for a truly open-source vehicle. From a marketing perspective, these are very tangible possibilities, and brands can start to interact with drivers as cars become another hub for media. Right now, it's still a realm dominated by radio ads and roadside billboards, but that should all change in the near future. This is Chad Stoller from the IPG Media Lab, and we'll be broadcasting each day from CES, so check back at ipglab.com for all the latest.